All right, welcome everyone. Today's training is about to start. So, today's training is on how to optimize your Countertop website for more retail jobs. So, we work with Countertop companies, we talk to a lot of Countertop companies. Most of their jobs, well, most of their retail jobs, I should say, oops, sorry about that. Most of their retail jobs are from referrals and it's also from word of mouth. So they work with builders, designers, kitchen and bathroom modelers, or they just built up such a good reputation that they are getting a lot of word of mouth jobs. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's great business. It's very easy to close those jobs. The problem is it's not predictable. So today in today's training, we're going to go over, let me go to the next slide here, about how to fix up your website so you can get more retail jobs from your website. So we'll go over 5 critical elements that enhance conversions. We're going to go over the pages you need to have on your website, and we're going to go over the most common issues that I see. And then, of course, if you have questions, just answer them at the end. So if you've been on one of my trainings, they're pretty much all similar, about 30 minutes or so. Hands-on, we're going to jump in. I have some slides here, but we'll jump in. We'll go over some real live examples. Watch the training. If you're listening to this at a later point, listen to the podcast, go back. You'll have the video that you could go follow through. You'll see the examples. Just absorb it, distract from whatever you're doing, take it in, and then try to implement some of this stuff. Again, on my trainings, I like to show things that you can actually go do, whether it's yourself, someone on your team, if you work with a company, implement some of these things. They're going to help you. A little bit about ourselves here. We are the Countertop Marketing Company. We only work with countertop companies. We do trainings for ISFA. We're a part of the Natural Stone Institute. And we're a family-run business. We work with countertop companies all over the U.S., I think a couple in Canada, and we do good work. We love our clients. It's like a family, our clients. We look out for them and we do a good job for them. So if you do need help with anything, just contact us and we'll see if we can help you. So let's jump right in. Let's look at the 5 elements to get more retail jobs. Now, let me just do this right here. So I'm going to go through the 5 elements, and then we're going to jump in and we're going to actually look at a live example. So again, if you're listening to this, just take it in and then make sure to catch the replay and watch it, live, or watch the video, I should say. So the first thing is your phone number and request a quote button. You want those things on your website. You want them right at the top of your website, because when someone is looking for a countertop, they go to your website. You do not want them scrolling around looking for your phone number. You are going to lose business that way. You don't want them thinking, how do I contact this company to get a quote? So that needs to be right up at the top, and I'll show you a nice example of how to do that. With that is the scrolling nav bar. I've been talking a lot about the scrolling nav bar in social media a lot lately, and you want to, as someone scrolls down on your website, you want that nav bar to scroll with them. Excuse me, to scroll with them. And the reason is, again, because it's always in front of them. It's your contact information is always in front of them. So at any point they say, I want to contact this company, it's very easy for them to do. So we'll look at an example of that. You want a strong hero section. This one's kind of tough to explain. When we look at the example, it'll make a little bit more sense, but your hero section is right below your nav bar. So it's that big section at the top of everyone's website. Usually you have a picture there or some type of content up there. So you want that to be very strong, and I'm going to go over a couple of details on that. You want CTA buttons throughout your site. What's a CTA button? That's a call to action button. So request a quote, call us now. I mean, that's really all you need. You might also have a chat widget on your website where they can chat you. But, again, when someone's looking, when a homeowner is looking for a countertop, they're going to call you. They're going to submit a form on your website, or they are going to, if you have one, They're going to chat with you in a chat widget. So you want all of those options available because person A might want to call you. Person B might be more comfortable with a chat widget. So you want to give them every option that you possibly can, and that's really all the options. There's not much more. There's other types of tools out there where you can kind of like visualize a countertop and like a quoting tool. So you could add that to your site. But again, phone number, request a quote button, chat. And then the last element is social proof. You want, when someone goes to your website, you want them to have trust in your business. So showing your reviews on your website, showing how many reviews, the amount of reviews, if it's from Facebook, if it's from Google, it's from Yelp, that is social proof. That gives them confidence in your business because that's what most websites are built on, their reputation online. So they see that you have Google reviews, they see that you have Facebook reviews, and that gives you, it's something that you need to show on your website, and it's going to help you get more conversions and more leads. So let's jump into a live website and check this all out. So let me pull over a website right here. All righty, so here is a website. Let me just make sure everything looks good. So let's talk about a couple of these things that I went over. So let's see, what do we have first here? We had the phone number and the scrolling nav bar. So as you look at this website right here, as I scroll down, you can see that the nav bar is scrolling with me. Now, again, that's important because at any time when someone is ready to take an action, they can easily call you, they can request a quote. It's very easy for them to find that information. It's almost impossible for them not to see that information. So you want to add that to your website. This is probably, I wouldn't say the easiest thing that we're going to talk about today, but it's probably one of the most effective things. When you think about, and I don't want to get too into it, but when you think about the user interface of your website, the design of it, how user friendly it is. This right here, that scrolling nav bar and the phone number request a quote button, it's crucial because I go look at a lot of Countertop websites when we're talking to new clients or if I'm just giving someone some advice. And I can't tell you how many times that I go to the website and I say, oh, where's your phone number? I got to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the website, and then I see the phone number hidden down here. You do not want that. Some people will not even get to the bottom of your website. So make sure it's at the top. Usually the top right is the best section for it. And make sure you have a request a quote button, and that as you scroll down, everything comes down with you. So that's the first tip right there. Let's go to the next one, which was a strong hero section. So what's the hero section? It's this section right here. And if you're listening to this, it's the section below your nav bar. So usually it's a big section here, has a good, it's a good place for a really strong headline. This one is high quality countertops at affordable prices. Good, they know exactly what you offer. This website has starting at $39 per square foot. You don't have to put that. Price does help when you put that on your website. And don't be, if you want to price high, that's okay. Price high. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't price lower or don't show the price lower on your website that you actually want to charge, because you're going to get yourself people that aren't a good fit for your company. So, if you are going to put price on your website, make sure the price is at what you actually charge, and even if you want to go a little bit higher, that's okay. Now, this hero section, it's a good spot to show off a project. It's a good spot to show off your team working on a project. Sometimes people have a video in this hero section. So one new website that we're rolling out for a client, we're actually testing a form in this hero section. So it'll have a good picture, it'll have a good headline, but we're going to actually test a form up there, see if that brings in more leads. So again, you want a strong headline, a strong picture, really nice quality picture. And it's going to help. Again, when people land on your website, some people, believe it or not, they're not even going to go. They're not even going to scroll down. It's called below the fold. They actually won't even scroll down. So with that being said, you want to make sure everything that you can possibly do is above the fold, which means when they land on your website, everything that they see without scrolling is there. So right here, I see a good headline, I see price, I see some call to action buttons. Everything's right here if they want to contact you right away. So again, strong hero section, very, very important, and it's going to help you get more conversions and leads out of the traffic that you're already getting to your website. And that's a lot about what today's training is. You could be getting some great website traffic and you could be getting some good leads, and I hope you are. But by making some of these tweaks and not by doing anything else, like you don't have to spend money on ads or do anything like that, just by making these tweaks on your website, you could get even better results with the same traffic that you have. And it's almost like a no-brainer. Yes, it takes work, it takes time. It could cost money to make these edits on your website, but is going to pay off. I mean, you could get all of these edits done on your website, and it would be one job from getting these. If you land one job out of these edits, it's going to pay for all of the edits. This isn't like thousands of dollars worth of edits that I'm talking about. Might be a couple $100 if you work with a local web designer. So again, do these things on your website. It's going to help you get more retail jobs. Now let's talk about the fourth one here, call to action buttons throughout the site. So here on this website, there's a lot of buttons that say request a quote. It's got the phone number, and they kind of stand out. They blend a little bit into the website. They're not like pink or orange or yellow, but they do stand out. So you cannot miss them, and you want those throughout your site. So as I scroll down on this website, there's a contact us button. As I scroll down, there's a phone number button. As I scroll down more, there's their material, which buttons that they can click on. As I get to the bottom of the website, there's a big, it almost looks like your hero section, but at the bottom of the website, and it's get a quote on your project, get a free estimate, blah, blah, blah. It's call to actions. It's for someone to take a specific action. And then all the way at the bottom of this website, there is a quote form. So again, someone cannot land here and be confused on how they're going to contact this company. It's just not going to happen. One other, I wouldn't necessarily call it a call to action button, but they do have a chat widget on this website. It's kind of like a text to chat type widget. But again, stands out. If someone wants to use chat, that's what they're going to use. Again, you want to make sure that you cover all your bases. So someone's going to call you for a quote. Someone's going to submit a form because they don't want to talk on the phone. And then someone is going to send a chat request because they don't want to call or they don't want to submit a form. So again, you want to make sure that you're covering all of those and you give people all the options that they can possibly have to contact you for that quote. So now let's look at the last one here, social proof. Now, like I was saying before, social proof is, your how many reviews you have on Google, how many you have on Facebook. So if you look at this website, as we scroll down here, there is a widget on the website. They have over 150 4.9 star Google reviews. That is giving the visitor of this website confidence in this business, because one, these reviews, it's like a streaming widget. That's what they have on their website. It's straight from Google. So it's not like this business can just make up these reviews. If the person wanted to, they can actually click on the review. It's going to go to that business's profile and they can read the review. So this isn't any type of false information. This isn't any type of just general testimonials that are on your website. It's real reviews that actually live on Google. So again, social proof is all about just giving that website visitor some confidence in your business, because they most likely do not know your business. They're going around to a couple of different countertop company websites, checking them out. So who are they going to listen to? They're going to listen to people that gave feedback on Facebook, on Google, because there's no one else for them to ask that information. That's the only place for them to get that information about your website. So you want to make it as easy as possible to show on your website and for them to consume it. So again, put that social proof on there. Make sure some of these widgets are very cheap. I know there's one that's like $5-10 a month. So again, a lot of these things that I'm talking about today, you can do for not all that much money, and it is going to bring you in more retail jobs. So it's really, especially the showing the reviews on your website, it's a no-brainer. If the widget costs $10 a month, do it today. Do this today. Now let's jump back over here. And let's see here. Alrighty, so let's talk about some of the pages you need on your website. Now, most of the traffic that goes to your website is going to go to your homepage. Now, it's depending on if you're running different types of advertising campaigns. So you might be running a Google Ads campaign. You're sending a ton of traffic to different landing pages. You want those to be very good also. But if you're not doing a lot of paid advertising, most of it is just organic traffic. Most of the time, people are going to land on your homepage. So you want to treat that homepage like a landing page, like it has the most important information about your business. So if you look at this site again, let me pull this site up here. So if you look at this example, there's basically everything that someone needs. There's the hero section with the pricing. There's how they do a quote, their process, 1, 2, 3 different steps here. There's a deal. They have a deal, this particular company. They have their Google reviews. They have options of where they can view different types of stone and countertops. It tells a little bit about their company, their customer service, their warranty, all that. There's even project pictures on this homepage. So there's a lot of information here. And then, of course, a quote form. So you might think, oh, there's a lot of information. There's almost too much, which is true. Too much could sometimes be, a little overwhelming, but it looks good. It's spaced out. There's a lot of white space. It's nice and neat looking. Someone can just easily scroll down, look at this information, and not feel overwhelmed. So again, you want to treat your homepage like it is. It could be the only page that someone sees on your website, because sometimes that will be the case. So make it as good as possible. Put everything that you want to on there without it looking like a disaster. You want it to be nice and clean and neat, but put everything on there. Then your about page. Your about page is about your company, about your business. So you want to build that page out. A lot of people will visit your about page. Usually the top couple of pages is your home pages at the top. And again, this is for countertop companies. Your home page is at the top. Then your material page, if you have that on your website, because people want to look at different colors and patterns. And then your about page is probably in that top 5. So you want to make sure your about page has information about you, has pictures of your team, has pictures of yourself, maybe has a video on there. You want to make sure you really beef up that about page, and there's a lot of good information on there. A project gallery. Most websites, countertop websites that I look at usually have a project gallery, so that's good. That's one thing I do see often, so that's very good. You want to make sure the pictures are current, the pictures look good. I mean, you don't want to put blurry pictures on there. They don't have to be like, you don't have to hire a photographer. You can go in with a new cell phone these days is going to take just as good as a picture as a $2,000 camera. Maybe not as good, but it's still going to look very good for your website. The material page, this, like I said, it's probably the the second most visited page on a Countertop website. So I'll show you an example in a minute, but you want to put your material on there. So, get the pictures from your suppliers, your manufacturers, put pictures of your material on there because people want to look at that. Now, again, are they going to base their decision off of that? Probably not. They probably won't even remember what they saw there, but they're investing more time in your business. And that's what you want to do when they are on your website. You don't really want them to leave. You want them to stay there as long as possible, because the longer they stay, the more likely they are to turn into a lead. So a material page helps with that. And then a quote page and a contact page. You definitely want a quote page, and you want a separate contact page, because someone might just have a question. They might not even want a quote right now. So you want to give them those two options. So again, let's jump in here and look at a couple of these that I'm talking about here. So we looked at the home page. Again, you want all your important information on here. We kind of talked about that before, so I'm not going to go into it again. But let's look at what I wanted to show you was a really good gallery page here. So this is actually something new that we're doing with our clients. So let's look at the gallery. This website's still under development, but I'm going to just give you a sneak peek of what this gallery looks like. So here you can see we go out to Caesarstone, Cambria, all MSI, all the manufacturers, and we pull pictures from their website and we put it in the client's gallery. Opens up nice and fast. The pictures look good. It's mobile friendly. It's smooth looking. It looks good. People are going to spend a lot of time on this page. So again, even if you were just to throw up some stock images of material that you have, that is better than nothing. If you could get the actual material that you're selling, that's the best thing that you can do. But let me show you this one, actually. On this site here, they use a program. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it pulls from their inventory. So it shows it's actually not showing right now. It shows what's available on the website. So it's not coming up right now. I'll have to go back to that. But again, there's different types of galleries out there that's going to show you different types of material and different material you have in stock. So definitely include something like that on your website. Now, a couple of other things. Let me see, what else did we talk about? Project gallery. Same thing as the material. It could be the same type of gallery. It just shows different projects that you're doing. So it's kitchen projects, bathroom projects, outdoor countertops, everything. Put as many project pictures as you can on your website. And then a quote page and a contact page. Again, very simple. The quote page, let me show you a good, let's go over to that real quick here. You don't want to just ask for name, email, phone number. We have here project type, name, email, phone number, city, project date, project details. Ask some more information, because if not, you're going to get those lower quality leads. You'd rather get less high quality leads than a lot of low quality leads. The low quality leads are just going to waste your time. So keep that in mind. So let's jump over back to here. Now let's go over some of the common mistakes that I see very often. So the first one is the poor about page. Again, you want that about page to have quality information on there. You want it to have pictures of your team, pictures of yourself. Really put some work into that. Tell your story. Tell where you came from. The next thing is an incorrect NAP. So this one's a little confusing, but I will go over it. So on Google, when you go to Google, let's go to Google. So I'm just going to Google here. And this is what you want to do. Your NAP is your name, address, and phone number. So what you want to do is pull up your maps listing and then pull up your website. And your business name here, your business address, and your business phone number should be identical of what it's on Google Maps and on your website. So you see here, if you had street on your website and Google is displaying it ST, you want to make sure that is consistent and you want to make it exactly the same. So we see that page often, we see that mistake often. It's more of like a SEO optimization thing. But again, pretty simple to do. Make sure your Google Maps listing address, name, and phone number is identical to what it says on your website. No material pages. We kind of talked about that. You want that material page. No blog. Definitely create a blog on your website. You want to continuously put out content. That is going to help with your Google rankings. You get better Google rankings, you're going to get more retail jobs. It's just the way it is. So try to blog. Even if you just do one blog post a month, that is a good start. You want to start somewhere. No HTTPS. So this isn't as big of a problem as it used to be. But if you look up here, this little lock button up in the address here, this is an HTTPS website. They used to be not have that and would just be HTTP. So make sure it's HTTPS. It's just more secure. It's telling Google that your site is secure. That's basically what it is. And to do that, you can usually contact your host. Like you used to have to pay for that, but now it's free. Contact your host. Say, hey, just ask them. Say, is my website is it have an HTTPS address? And if it doesn't, say that you need them to set that up for you. And that probably would be actually no extra cost. So that's something that you could do. Thin content. So this is, I see a lot, on every page on your Countertop website, you want about, if you could get 500 words per page, that would be nice. Even if it's just 300, that's good. But you don't want like 100 words on each page of your website, because Google is going to crawl each page of your website, look at that content, and then they're going to rank you depending on that content. So, and that's not the only thing, but that's one of the factors. So go through each page on your website, beef it up where you can, and try to shoot for that 500 words per page on your website. No project pictures or use of stock images. Again, these pictures don't have to be like, something that's ready to go in a magazine. You could take your iPhone, your Android, take some good pictures of your jobs with those phones, post it on your website. Don't post stock photos. People can usually pick those out. A lot of websites, I'll look at Countertop websites. I look at so many each week. Sometimes I see the same stock photos being used on the same site. So some people won't pick that up, but you don't want them to pick that up. Phone number not in the top right. Again, we already went over that. You want that phone number up there. No call to action buttons. It's a common mistake I see. We went over that too. Not mobile friendly. Your website needs to be mobile friendly. It's 2022. If it's not mobile friendly, just stop everything that you're doing and redo your website right now. It needs to be mobile friendly, and it needs to be fast. That takes us into the next one. You don't want a slow website. People are busy these days. No one has patience anymore. They want to pull up your website. They want it to load almost immediately. So a couple of seconds, it should be loading. They should be able to see everything they want. So mobile friendly and slow site, I should probably move that to the top of this list, because that's probably the most important things out of anything that we talk about today. Has to be mobile friendly, has to be fast. And then external links open outside of the site. So let me show you an example of that real quick here. So let me see if this website does it. Yeah, so you can see here, this is their Facebook link. And it opens into a new window. So you want to make sure any of the links, maybe you have a link to house, maybe you have a link to your Facebook page, maybe a link to a supplier even. Make sure it opens in an external window, because if it opens in the same window, they're going to not be able to go back to your site. If it opens in an external window, this tab is still open right here. So they will still have your site open that they will go back to. So that's a trick right there, that you want to make sure any of these external sites open and a new tab. And that is about it. We did it just about in 30 minutes, which is pretty good. Again, if you need help with any of this marketing, any of your website stuff, contact us. Go to our website. All you have to do is go to the countertopmarketingco.com. And where is my website here? And you want to, you'll see call to actions on my website. So if you go to countertopmarketingco.com, you'll see book a free call, book a call, see our results. There's my scroll bar, my nav bar scrolls too. So I'm not just telling you this stuff just to tell you it. We actually use this stuff for our own business too, because it works. That's why. So book a call with us, go over here, grab a time that works for you. We will jump on the phone. We'll see, we'll kind of dig into your business a little bit, see what's going on, see what you're doing right, see what you're doing wrong. We'll show you how we can help that retail side of your business. Again, that's where we specialize in. We help with the retail jobs. Here's a screenshot. This is from January 20. Actually, it's 2022. It says 2021 here. I got to fix that. But this is from January 2022. 27 leads for this client, about $28 per lead. So not too bad. These are homeowners. These are retail jobs. And like I said, we're very, very good at that. We have a great system and we have a great team. So if you want to talk, definitely jump over to our website. Email me, Steve at countertopmarketingco.com, and we'll set up a time to talk. So let me know if you have any questions. I do see one question here, but just type the questions in the chat box, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube. So one of the questions is, let me go back up to here. This is actually a good question. I thought I had it somewhere up here. They're asking about the blog content, how much blog content and kind of what word count it should be. Very good question. So again, start small with your blog content. Do one blog post a month. That will get you into a good flow. With our clients, we do 3 posts a month. If you could do that much, that's great. If not, that's okay. Start with at least one. The word count of each blog post should be about 500 to 750 words, 800 words or so. Our blog posts are usually around about 700-800 words. The more, even if you could get to 1,000 words per blog post, that's good. But you want to consistently put it out. If you just put out one, every few months, it's probably not going to do all that much for your business. You want to consistently put it out there. There's tons of different things that you can write about. There's endless amounts of topics that you can write about. So good question. Consistently put it out there. Try to shoot for that 5 to 1,000 words for that blog post. Say about 700-800 words would be perfect. And start with one a month. If you can get to 2-3 a month, good for you. That's going to only help you more. And what is that going to do? It's going to help you get some more Google rankings. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. It takes work. It takes being persistent and just consistently doing it. But it is going to slowly bring you up in the search rankings, and you are going to get more web traffic. And what does more web traffic mean? It means more retail jobs. So they kind of go hand in hand. Again, though, it's not going to happen overnight. So you gotta keep that in mind. Some of these things that you could do, like literally today, if you have an in-house designer, if you work with someone, that phone number at the top, the scrolling nav bar, the hero sections, like these 5 elements, if you did this today, you would probably see more leads this week. So again, take this training, go through it 10 times, listen to it, send it to your web developer, have them add a couple of these elements to your website, and it's going to help bring in more retail jobs. I guarantee it will. It's really just simple user interface type recommendations. It's what when someone lands on your website, you just need those elements in place, and that's going to get you more leads out of the traffic that you currently have. So again, it's going to help you a lot, and it's, I suggest you do it. So let me know if you have any questions after this training, whether again you're listening to it, whether you are watching it. Email me, steve@countertopmarketingcode.com. Go to our website, book a call with me, and I will see you on the next training.